2 new games a month for 3 buckaroos? Get out of town. Go into the woods, build a log cabin, raise a family, unplug for a bit, and then come back and then support Sokpop, because that's exactly what they're doing, and they're making the good cheap games we're talking about this week. Biggie Smalls said, "Mo money, mo problems," which means I have no problems whatsoever. On the off chance I do have issues, I like to ignore them by playing video games. Today's cheap game is actually 2 games and then 2 more games for the rest of ever, because we're talking about the Sokpop Collective. Sokpop is a collective of indie game developers that happen to be more attractive than I am, but here's the catch. They are also more talented, because they are making 2 new games a month. They're doing this via Patreon, where for $3 a month, you get 2 new experimental games, which is amazing, and also sucks, because I made this video, I swear to God, I shot it and then edited it, and then in the 3 months it took for this to publish, they made 2 new games, and I have to do the whole gosh dang thing again. Sokpop, Hoko Poko, Driftwood, Dino Game, Morus. We're gonna talk about them all.
Is that the Pokemon draft?
Yeah, it is the Pokemon draft. Morus, it's a little swamp beach exploration game where you're this character that's got some arrows and there's a big old swamp monster and you kind of walk around, and it's probably the most fabulous way I've ever seen of a character move through a space. And when you pause, it kind of looks like an Instagram filter. And look at how you can do this little dance. That's great. I love it. It's the best. Don't get hit by a swamp monster. The aptly named Dino Game is all about dinos and feeding them, and it's a masterclass in how you can put a ton of little systems into a game without over-explaining or over-complicating it, because you got a food meter that goes up when you eat, and then it goes down when you overexert, and you can get fruit multiple different ways, either by building ladders or by chopping down trees, and you can put this little egg on the geyser. Don't put the egg on the geyser. That's gonna ruin the egg. Driftwood, is it a game? I don't really know. It's more of an experience where you're just kind of walking around a beach at nighttime, but it's kind of nice and relaxing and something I wouldn't have sought out on my own, so it's nice that as a patron of Sokpop, I get a chance to play this kind of cool indie game. And finally, Hoko Poko, the most recent. It's all about spell casting, and it's dope. I played with a controller, and depending on how you move the right stick, that's the spell you cast. So you do a vertical line, it shoots a big old thing of earth up and pops your enemy wizard away. If you do like a slash line, it makes you go faster. A little tornado line. It's very cool, and probably the closest in a game I've ever seen to like having to actually do something to cast a spell, like say a word or do a wand flick. What a neat mechanic for a game. I want to see this in an actual game now. Okay, Sokpop, you made another game on May 9th, and it's May 14th, and this video goes up on May 16th, and I just had to go into this special phone room so I can say, stop making games, I need to finish this edit, I swear to God. Seriously, these games are super fresh and have a surprising variety for such a small dev team, and sure, they're short and not full-fledged games, and can occasionally be a bit buggy, but for 2 weeks of development, I can't really complain. It's kind of a shame that this dev team has to spend so much time developing these games every 2 weeks that they don't have time to focus on. Oh no, sorry, I'm mistaking it. They are still making bigger games like Burn Band and Original Hill Farming, and then they made a photo editor for your iPhone, and all I've done in the past 2 weeks is buy a 16-person frozen lasagna and eat it for every meal of the day, including breakfast. You can pledge a bit more if you want to have early access to those bigger games, but that costs $5 a month, and one of my criteria for good cheap games is that it has to be less than $5 a month, so I'm actually ruining the whole concept of this series right now by even mentioning it, so we're gonna move on. Sokpop! It's only $3 a month. Support indie devs. That's it.
Oh my God, that dance takes a lot out of me.